Hello, Brian Davenport here, and welcome to another episode of On the Vise. Today, I'm going to tie for you a Holy Grail caddis emerger. First saw this fly on Tightline videos with Tim Flagler. For a hook, we're going to be using a Scud Hook, size 14. You can use whichever size you want, whatever brand you want. We're going to tie it in a 14. The bead, we're going to use a gold colored brass bead. This is a size 32. Use it to match the hook size. For thread, we're going to be using red 8/0 Semperfli thread, classic wax. For a rib, we're going to be using Semperfli, one small 1/69 Mirage flash. We'll be using Hares ear mass dubbing. We will be using a Hungarian Partridge Hackle. And we will be using Pheasant tail. So let's go ahead and get to the vise camera and we'll tie one up. Alright, I've already debarbed our hook, got the bead on there. Let's go ahead and we'll start our thread. I'm going to start that behind the hook, or behind the bead. Well, the first thing we want to do is we want to take our rib, our Semperfli Mirage Flash. We'll get that started. Bring that back. I want to wrap back just a little bit. And we want the bead to where it is positioned with an eye length behind the eye. And the position of this is pretty important. So what we're going to do in order to make sure it stays there is we're going to take our flash, I'm going to bring it over the bead, under the hook, and then back over the bead again, and we'll wrap that down. We'll go ahead and we'll wrap this back. I want to bring it down around the bend a bit. Now we want to take our dubbing. For this fly, I like using the natural hare's ear. Well, buggy look. Now our first wrap, we want to do behind our ribbing. Make sure our ribbing doesn't slip off. A little bit of a taper. Alright. Now we're going to put a half hitch right here. And I'm tying this on a Norvise, but obviously you can tie it on any vise. Go ahead and wrap our rib up. About 4 or 5 turns should do it. Bring it up behind the bead. 2-3 wraps to give it a secure. Clip that off. Our next thing we want to do is we want to take our pheasant tail fibers and about yay much. Tear that off. Clip those off. We're going to go ahead and we're going to tie that in. Clip off our excess. I'm going to take a little bit more dubbing for our thorax. And remember, thorax, we want that a little bit thicker than our body. Good and covered. Bring our thread in front. Then we want to take our pheasant tail fibers. We want to bring them over top of our bead. those in. Perfect. I'll go ahead and I'll clip off the excess. Give ourselves a half hitch. Then we want to take our Hungarian Partridge fiber, Hackle, pre-nose down. And I want this concave side towards the back of the hook. So just lay it in just like that. Secure that in. I like to take and just pull everything back. Give that a couple wraps, and then I can cut off that tip. I just find it secures it a little bit better. I'm going to preen these fibers back and wrap that in. You're only going to get 1, maybe 2 wraps, which is perfect. So we don't want a lot. Wet flies, you should only have 1 or 2. Wraps. Get that stem. Cut that out of there. I don't want a giant head on this. Pull everything back. Nice little 4-turn whip finish. Seat the knot. Cut our thread. That's our Holy Grail Caddis Emerger. Thanks for joining us for another episode of On the Vise, brought to you by Hackles and Hurdles. If you find this content valuable, please give us a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Click on that bell to receive notifications of future content. We love to hear feedback from you, so drop us a comment down below. Questions, comments, or give us some suggestions for future videos you'd like to see. We also provide custom ordered flies, so drop us a DM on social media if you're interested in purchasing some custom ordered flies. Thank you and have a good day.